Oh, excuse me.
With owner-driver Adrian Fernandez, teamed up with second-year competitor Sinjin Khan. Up again with race engineer track owner Mona.
The main challenge is people. That to me is a much bigger challenge.
Rising star Tony Kanaan and the returning two-time car champion Alex Zanardi.
I'm a driver, I go off the speed. I told Boris if he wanted to have me on board with his team is to get on the engine.
But the biggest story from
A long time, I think. Biggest news in the sport here. I was the 9 drivers that they had 3 of them are 4 car champions.
Sponsors the Craftsman Pit Crew Challenge. Honda Motorcycle sponsors the Honda Fast Lap Award. True Sports is the sponsor of the Jim Truman Rookie of the Year Award. ATG Industries sponsors the Color and Design Award, and WorldCom is the sponsor of the World's Most Popular Driver. Each of these companies has established awards to identify and reward teams and drivers that excel in specific areas of Champ Car racing. The FedEx Championship Series, the Kart Winners Circle Fan Club. And on the midway today, talking about autograph signing, the legend himself, Mario Andretti, will be at the Andretti Merchandise Trailer. That's on Vendor Row, 12 noon today. The always personable Mario Andretti, famous here in Portland for the Father's Day race at 19. Phil Beard is down on the pit road.
You guys talk about the best vantage points along the track, places to walk around. There's not a lot of people walking where I am. In fact, it's definitely hard to hear the PA over the sound of shutters clicking on cameras down the Marlboro Team Penske pit. Elio Castronetti is just getting strapped in now. Jules Barrett's been in his car for about the last 5 minutes. You guys have to go through just to squeeze into these cockpits. They pull the little side pads off the side of the cockpit. Possibly bumping around inside. They actually have carbon fiber pads. They pull out so the drivers can get in now, and they'll place them inside after the drivers drop them in. And you see the background, these are getting the fire out. Down the straightaway, he's circulating the track as we speak, and most everyone else is going a race car is you can do all this work on it, but until it goes out on the track, you don't really know if it's going to work or if it's going
chances on this one. What Dan is about to do is he will circle around, ride into our 5 fearless volunteers. Then, at the last possible second, he's going to jump right over the top. You want to practice run first? All right, it is our first show of the day. I understand Dan wants one quick practice. We're going to allow it. He's going to go right back here behind. Right back there behind the heads. Just wants to make sure he's going to have enough speed and distance so he doesn't squish anyone. Your judges out there in the audience, you keep your eyes on me, let us know what you think. Will he have enough speed? Will he have enough distance? Can he clear all 5 of our fearless volunteers? Dan, take that practice run. He's got the speed. He's got the approach. What do you say, Portland? Should he go for it? All right, my kind of people. As you can tell by his practice run, he's going to clear all 3 of our fearless volunteers by a mile. So is it? Oh, geez, there is 5, isn't there? Man, I would not want to be one of you guys right about now. Hey, you know what, though? Nothing to worry about here. Dan almost always makes this jump, all right? You guys don't like that almost part, huh? What happens if he comes up short and crashes, right? Well, we know what you're worried about there. What happens if he just plows right into you, right? We don't want any of you to worry. Dan's got his safety gear on. He's going to be all right. All right, he's getting a little bit of last-minute encouragement from his friends out there in the audience. Now, Dan's ready to do this, but only under 2 conditions. Number 1, only 5 people out here. That is his limit. He will be lucky if he clears all them. Number 2, with the air walk. Jump. All the way from Salt Lake City, Utah, tearing it up right on that. Backed up by Mr. Chris Hyman, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh yeah, finish up with that excellent 1-footer right on Matt Behringer, can't get it out. Mr. Chris Hyman coming all the way from Seattle, Washington. This guy's one of the premier dirt jumpers out there. Keep your eyes out for ESPN. He's done numerous contests out there. And he's just picked up a nice sponsor with K2 Bicycles. He's got his own signature frame that'll be in finer bicycle shops around the country. Keep your eyes open for him. Nice toboggan over the box jump. These guys are stretching out a little street style action. Oh yeah, laying a little flatty for you. Right on, right on. Give it up for Chris Hyman out there. Nice one-handed and one-footed. Beaver bomb for Tigger. Last thingy, crazy thingy. Excellent job by Chris. Back down. Uh-oh, by John. Around. He rides flat. He rides dirt. He rides street. Better in Stick around, check it out. They're hot. And Todd Anderson, just a fine-looking man. So he's got that going for him.
See myself in the foreign home. See the light come over now. I see myself in the pouring rain. I watch hope come over me.
tracks right here at PIR. That's just an example of what you're going to see throughout all of the back in, Allmendinger, and then the 2J of Miller. But how will they finish? The 5, the 29, and the 2J.
Running yesterday. Well, the qualifying screen we can see now has sound spell of 105.9. Right now, coming by us here in the final set of turns, Townsend Bell moves on. Did earlier, but not as quick as yesterday. Right now, it's Townsend Bell, Dan Weldon, Damian Faulkner, Christian Colby, and Rudy will go the top 5. Yesterday. 1/100th of a second slower than his lap of yesterday. Now here comes Weldon as he comes by. Christian Colby has moved up around Faulkner into third quick for 106. Start to see some changes. Ethan E is up to sixth quick. Weldon that time of 106.5, so still not down yet. Now Faulkner comes back up into third, 105.936. So as we enter this last 10 minutes of the session, we're way down there, but not the challenge yet. 104.991, 109. And he has slowed down inside the track. Didn't even take turn one. He went down behind the cones to the left. He knows he had a good one there. I'm sure that's what he's not the only person he has about a high five down here in the short side racing. Dan Weldon right now, 105.4, his quickest lap. Damian Faulkner just run 105.498, and then gets kicked back to third. Both of them a little bit quicker. Very happy crew to be sure to bring that car in here. Quick lap today, 106.2. that car. You see Quaker State on that car. That is Quaker State of Mexico money there. You see that it's the Mexican division of those companies.
That's right, of course, Verdez, the premier food manufacturer of marshaling sports in the country, and a lot to do with that race in Monterey, which you would think first time on a course like that, that's a huge success. A wonderful crowd there. They just finished the track, literally days before the race. And it's very similar to PIR because it's built on an old industrial town site. They still have the old industrial buildings there, so it's kind of a performance driver involved. Part of that is the fact that you've got a nutrition there, but it seems like it's a hard gig to be an owner-driver in this series. Really, Bobby Rahal never performed as well after he owned his own team. Just the pressures of running a team day-to-day and having to be the driver, maybe a little bit too much. Now they're in Renard this year, so that hasn't been the ultimate chance, although they do have Honda power. Time for another car. 10 minutes. They snap it this time on stage. Bruno Moreno in second place. Tiger Scott 57.05.
Safety crew is over there attending to it right now.
Denardi coming around right now, and he's going to take the two steps. It'll be a done deal. Denardi does not improve.
No, it's fast cars in this session. Cars very with qualifying for the Freightliner GI 200.
By Mexico, on the fourth race of 910, the Bank. All right, back live at the... Scott Ellsworth, your thoughts on our first session and looking ahead to some record breaking?
Well, this next group coming out, which they were about 15 minutes earlier. The sun is starting to come back out after a brief overcast. That's going to heat up the track a little bit for them. But this should be a very, very fast session. Sponsorship on the car. Our answer is the man, serving, and finance that project. Well, he is former series champion, very popular guy. With one of the most established teams after racing hard places. They have not found a primary contest on this car. Any Brackley Series leader out there. Talk about right now. Start to get up the street. laps are exploratory in nature, and they really do need a lap or two to get their tires warm, to get them up to optimum temperature. Unlike some other series, tires are not at their best.
In about 5 minutes, the Diamondback 17, they got a couple of young riders. They're mostly riding in the turret with jumps. They're out here in Portland International Raceway. They're gonna have some fun, rock and roll, Diamondback bikes. Some of these guys are riding their heads, spinning.
Who wants to see Darren Reed do a knack-knack? Do it! Here he goes! Yeah! Eric Walters! Woo! Double it, bro! Go again! Do it! There's Walter, last in the quarterfinals. Double yeah, with the no player. Where are you two? Yeah. Oh no. Excellent. Yeah, sailing. Then dropping back in, and for that quarter pipe. The manual. Flat coming back in, hitting the box jump. Yeah, overturn to Dexa.
Scott Ellsworth is the next one to pick up these cars from his station at turn 8.
Well, we pick them up as they exit that turn number 6, and they got a short chute between 6 and 7. They'll make a right-hand turn in turn 7, and a quick little turn number 8, which is a left-hander. They'll try to straighten that out, although if you straighten it out too much, you'll be up on that FIA curving. These cars can take it, but not very many times. And then, of course, then they set up for the long bending backstretch, which is turn number 9, a right-hand turn. This is where a lot of passing will take place. You'll hear me a lot during this one. They go 2 wide. They might even try 3 wide, but then they got to funnel back down by the time they get back to you for turn number 10.
And turn number 10 is the highest speed turn on the course as they come to the end of the back stretch. It is just a kink to the left, but it's very tricky. You've got to get on the brakes, get the car slowed down, the nose pointed in, and get around that corner. Yesterday in qualifying, Bruce Volstead failed to do that, had his rear brakes lock up, and took a high-speed hit onto the inside wall at turn 10, which is concrete and not a place you want to go. There are no tires there to shield it because it's not a common place to make an impact. So turn 10 offers some excitement, a good passing spot on this track. Then into turns 11 and 12, where invariably some drivers get into trouble during just about every race out here this weekend, and back onto the front straightaway. The pace car is still with the lights on, so we've got at least one more lap under the guidance of the pace car.
Another driver that's usually might run in a great qualifying section will start ninth on the field, marking that's Steve Howard. We've been watching the shifter cars all weekend long. That's where he came from, up through the ranks there. So he is road course expert, so we'll watch for him. The back of the Columbia, and he comes down and looks like he's got a black front tire. Bill Lawrence, he is taking line, but he's definitely going to try to get off the racetrack onto the pit area. Also meaning before we even go full three for the third time. Pit around now this truck up to Bill Lawrence. Cars in between. We got a yellow out here, and we got a yellow out all the way around. We have a pace car out. The reason is Matt Hall, just as Scott called the fact that Hall was off of the track and was getting back on, Hall hit something out there and was airborne 5 feet in the air, it looked like, and he did back down. And what he did, he broke something underneath the car. There's a trail of liquid. You know, this race is going to get over really quick, and every restart is going to be that much more exciting. Rick Saran did not get around the number 18. John Bender is a lap down here. Back on the hard way as Pete Hardings. He climbs over the banking, comes out in front of a whole bunch of cars. Next up, we watch the 33 of Hamlin. He is way off the pace. And Ryle Ronnie, if he can stay up front, he may be back to the point lead after this one. How big was this restart? Gary Lewis with a huge lead now coming through the East End, and Eaton in second place. So a big shuffle, and Garrett Evans has made it up to fifth place, and Steve Hodge is headed for the pits. And he's got friends with him. 4 cars coming off here after the encounter in the back. Ray Wallace, the 30. And the young man I've been telling you about that has some road racing experience. Remember he got that incident last year on the backstretch. Young Stephen Howard from the Karting Association is running in fourth. Larry Lewis working it out even more now. He's in the short shoe. Just getting in at track number 10. Completing lap number 19. It is Lewis. Benedetti making a move on Ron Eaton down to turn number 12. Benedetti jumps right by the veteran down the front straightaway. Eaton is slowing. Eaton slowed off the turn. It looked like he might have missed a shift. Hopefully that's all it was. Aliosa and Stephen Howard coming up
as Benedetti has taken over that position. He was able to gather it up, and now he's slowly in danger of being passed again. So Ron Eaton, the points leader in the number 7 car, is also beginning to fall off the line. Is anybody from the front going to be able to stay in this event?
I wonder if there was debris on the racetrack, rocks, anything. When these tires get warm, they are very easily punctured, and that may be what happened. We see that Hamlin's back on the racetrack now. Steve Hodge is back out, and now we see the 7 of Ron Eaton loses a spot here to Garrett Evans, who now moves up to 3rd position. Here comes Wes Rhodes. Remember, he was running back in 10th. He's now running in 4th. Then comes Pete Harding, and in a great run to the 75 of Ralph Hubbard. His best run so far this year.
Now, don't rule out the 88 and the 33. They've managed to stay in the lead lap, and you never know, the restart late in the race. Gary Lewis, though, with a big lead as we hit the halfway point, completing lap number 20. That's Eddie running second. Then it's a single file line, and Ronnie is going to take it off to the pit. He's in the pit now. Pete Harding pulling out of the 6th spot, trying to make a pass for 5th as they come to the front straightaway. They're working on Ron Eaton's car, but Pete Harding challenging now for the top 5.
They're going on to might even take over that point lead going into next week's race at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Let's go to Phil Beard at the pits. And then number 7 of Ron Eaton also stuck in gear. That was the problem. He felt it right in the nose.
So all these cars, though, staying on the lead lap. We're going to have another yellow in this race. It's inevitable. We're only halfway through it. Completing lap 21 now. It is Lewis, Benedetti, and a big challenge now. Evans starting to sniff for 4th place. Car off the track at the left road. Smith turns in and goes all the way to the car. Bit of the tires. Keeps it in. Keeps the fire lit. Coming back on Turtle. Oh, 2 cars already there. Yikes. Wes Rhodes came all the way back from starting 26th.
He didn't want to drop too many places. He stays on the top.
This race on, and I want Ronnie to stay out there. He's got to have a good finish. Completing lap 22 now. Lewis through turn 11 and 12. And now there's a real battle brewing for 3rd place. Garrett Evans has taken 3rd place away, but he's being challenged again by Stephen Howard. And Pete Harding coming up even tighter. 3rd, 4th, and 5th down the front straightaway. And Harding pulling out the pass as they go under start-finish.
I don't know if he's going to have room, though. It's going to be a tight pass. If he, no, he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to have to duck back into line. So it is
Harding and the number 8 of Stephen Howard, and not very far in front of him is the 64 of Garrett Evans. Pete Harding looks to the inside of Howard as they come off of turn number 7. Howard in the 8, Pete Harding in the 39. Those are the 2.
And we got lots of smoke on Ronnie. Red number 7 on the front straightaway, filling the sky. The blue number 7 coming through, and he continues, but we're going to go yellow here in just a moment, and that is going to tighten things up and help the Steve Hodges and Kevin Hamlin get back into this.
Ronnie is putting a trail of fluid down on the track as he continues the route. Go ahead, Phil Beard.
And the crews down here are all talking about the fact that there is oil on the track. There's a line right where
You can see it.
The 98 of Bennett, the 88 already working his way on up is Steve Hodge, the 6 of Wes Rhodes, the 5 of Steve Hart, then the 42 of Jeff Jefferson. And here comes Hamlin.
It's on. Green flag racing, lap 27.
The 75 car of Ralph Hubbard has come to a stop in turn 2. He got it started. Apparently having some problems with the car. He came off on the outside of turn 2 with a flat, and he turned up an awful lot of dirt and dust in that area between turn 2 and 3.
And Bender in trouble as he lips towards the pits.
As the leaders came around, I noticed Steve Hodge has some fresh damage on his left front, so he must have gotten involved in that.
Harding tries to make it, and boom, comes the 3rd.
Oh, and there's more traffic ahead of Evans at 75, limping to the pit. Evans had to slow it down, and here comes Evans, and now we have the 8 off the track, and cuts the lane to the inside of 11. They both inside of 11. Both of them keep going somehow, and Hodge catches up a little more.
Hodge is going to get them both going down the straightaway.
And there's another pass in the making as Harding is pulling out, trying to improve his position from 4th to 3rd.
Now they make contact midway down the backstretch. And Hodge has to back out of there.
Evans opens up the lead a bit more now. He won't have to brake on this end of the track. No back markers there. Evans solidly in 2nd, then Benedetti, then Pete Harding. Now here's Hodge and Saran again, touching in 11. Hodge 4th to the inside. Saran says, you're not getting by. Saran holds for 5th place for now. Now Hodge pulling out of the straightaway, trying to make the pass. That's for 5th place.
This time he might have the legs to do it. He's certainly
Benedetti keeps the door shut.
Meanwhile, we've had more action bit, and Dan wants to come and gone. The 18 has not made it back out. Got a shock absorber problem, and that front end's been pushed together a little bit. Evan Lewis with his biggest lead of the race over here at Evans, and Harding is going to challenge Benedetti for third place up the straightaway. He's pulling out to pass. Meanwhile, Hodge is in fifth place.
And here he comes, the number 73 car of Gary Lewis coming smoothly through 10 and 11, getting lined up for turn 12. Misses the apex a little bit, but he's got enough cushion that it's not going to cause him any worry. Garrett Evans holding in second, and yes, those first 5 cars are about evenly spaced, with nobody really having a shot at anybody else. Let's go down pit side with Phil Beard.
The number 16 in for a black flag noise violation.
And here comes number 73, our leader, Gary Lewis, moving in through turn 12. Smoothly, it looks like he's maybe pulling a little larger gap. Now on Garrett Evans, second place car. Number 2, Joe Benedetti, under attack from Steve Hodge. Hodge will be right on his tail by the time they reach turn 1.
Car off the track, the number 5 of Hart missed turn 11, but comes right back through the grass and stays in line. Slides across the track and off in turn number 11. He missed that right-hand pin, ran a part of the FIA curving, bounced back across the 18 and dead in the water. And now it's just Steve Hodge and Gary Lewis, but with a lot of space in between them with 6 laps to go.
And the 18 car gets underway, so there will be no full course yellow there. That might have been the last chance for Hodge to catch the leader.
It continues to grow over Steve Hodge. Battle for third, much more interesting right now. 8.26 seconds. And only 5 laps to go for the number 73 of Gary Lewis. He won the season opener at Evergreen Speedway, looking for victory number 2 on the Erie track.
Pretty much impossible when somebody in front of you has a problem. So now, of course, he even has a lap car in between. So the gap does not look like it is shrinking at this point. Steve Hodge coming around turn 11 into turn 12 right now. A little bit tail happy there. The gap is 8.5 seconds. Staying pretty static. Leaders are on their way. Dave Bell. He may be a little bit tail happy from victory from Hodge's car. He's just lifting up just a little bit with each lap. Now, he's obviously pressing